Welcome to Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. I have Josh with me. We are back in the building with your latest transfer speculations and gossip. And yeah, it's been a really really soft weekend, guys. And yeah, today there's really Josh. There's nothing much that is happening at the moment. We just, as I've said, we are
Yeah,
going to come with a few just speculations. Then we shall talk about other transfers and rumors. Or then we shall do Liverpool keep or sell, because so far now we've done two teams. We finished Man United, Arsenal. So today it's Liverpool. But well, welcome again to Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. Josh in the building. Yo, Josh, what's up?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to be here. Happy
My
to see
pleasure.
you all.
Pleasure, pleasure. And I hope our guys are ready. Subscribers and
Yeah,
fans are ready to watch. Le-
like you
Yeah, you're saying
said,
something?
there might
Mm.
be, like you said, there might be nothing happening as of yet.
Mm.
Come 3 a.m. Come
By the way, we
3
have,
a.m.
what do I keep forgetting? We have
Oh yeah,
watch
oh yeah,
along Arsenal versus Manchester United, guys, tonight.
yeah.
Please tune in.
Just more than a friendly.
Yeah, it's just but with United and Arsenal,
I
it's
know
never
it. We
friendly.
shall get there. We shall get there later in the show.
It's real business, real business. Anyway, Josh, sliding into Manchester United, the news coming in from Manchester United camp is they have Delight and Mazarawi agent remains in direct talks with Manchester United over a move, and Bayern is also willing to sell both of them if if the right offer comes through. Yeah, they will let them go. That's the news still. Oh, that's the news that is still coming from the Manchester United camp. And I know Eric Ten Hag made a statement yesterday when he was asked if they still want to sign players, and he said if they get the right people, the right players that fit in the system, obviously they are going to sign players. And yeah, I would like to see the light join United. Although last time when he was going to was it Juventus? Yeah, or Juventus, he did refuse. He turned them down. That was the part when United was being, or rather, was performing very poorly. Anyway, please, Josh, a
You can
word about
say you
Delight
You,
or Delete.
I can see, you've never forgiven the lead for that, but
No, I've
it
never.
was not really his fault at that time. I mean, uh, Ed Woodward, like I have come to believe,
Mm,
he was not the best of negotiators for players, and
mm,
Mino Raiola was a bully. Mino Raiola, the late Mino Raiola, was his agent. He was a
mm,
bully, and he bullied us out of that transfer. But it was never Delite's fault that he didn't end up at United. But I can see that it really did a number on you because maybe Delite's omission led your club to have. Players like Harry Maguire, because then we went ahead and signed Harry Maguire for 80.
I know, for 80 million pounds. Insane.
I know it's
Insane,
laughable. He was a
insane,
good
insane.
player. He was a good player. I had liked him actually at Leicester City,
I
but
remember, by the way, you made noise about it.
50
He was a good player
yeah,
in Leicester
Leicester
City.
City. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing though is, I mean, there was no reason to uh, get him for 80 million. If you remember the time that everything broke down in Mourinho's second season, third season, when
Mm,
he asked for his A players and they were not bought, B players were not bought. And when he asked for Harry Maguire cost 50 million at that time. And we still didn't get him for 50 million. And when Mourinho was fired, the next season he was bought for 80 for Solskjaer. I mean, it didn't make sense because this is the same player that a manager had already told you. I mean, you can get me this player if you cannot get me Toby Alderweireld. because at the time
Mm,
Toby Alderweireld had a release clause of 25 million after the 2018 World Cup,
yeah.
and there was a small window within which we could have bought him for that less. And Mourinho was interested, but it didn't happen for us. Then there's the thing that Mourinho has recently revealed that what broke down at United at that time for him, it was actually the players he wanted to leave the club. You know, like when you're in your first season, yes, you play with the players that are there. The second season, you realize you know exactly what you need and what you don't need. Then in USA, you remember when the altercation with the bosses, he
I
was
remember
really
that.
going on about release some players, release this deadwood so I can buy new furniture.
I can get good
Put
players.
it this
Anyhow,
way.
yeah. So that's but I would like United to get another right back. Some people are still not convinced that and are still asking themselves why they want to let Bissaka go. But I think he's done his part. We need to upgrade. Manchester United needs to upgrade. They need to get a better player. I'm not saying he's bad, but we've had games where the strikers and forwards are running rings around him. He's very good at
Uh,
tackling, winning balls back.
I
Winning
don't.
possession back is very, very good. But crossing, he reminds me of Valencia. He doesn't think. When he's
But
there, he
Valencia
just
had a good
crosses. He
cross.
just crosses. Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
very, very
Valencia
good
had a
cross.
good cross. Yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
though is this Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I've not
Mm,
seen strikers run rings around him. I don't remember a game where he was beaten. The problem that he has is levels of concentration at the back.
mm.
Like he can switch off once in
Me,
a
I
while.
like
He can switch
me.
off.
I like how he
That's what
wins
I've seen about him.
balls. I like how he wins games back.
Exactly.
Rather, the
You
possession.
oh,
If
the
he's very
yeah.
good at running, coming back, and wins the ball back. Stuff like that.
You're almost
That
you're almost certain that he will win the ball back. The
mm,
biggest problem why United might be looking for a better right back is
mm,
because when Bissaka does the job at the back, then he goes up front, but he offers nothing to the team. He will keep possession even when he's in those positions, but he will play a back pass to someone or he will play a square pass to someone. He might even thread the ball to the box, but he aims at no one. He will just slide it in there. He never crosses that ball. Even almost every time he crosses the ball, he has to fall.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say. When he's crossing the ball to the box, he usually he. I don't know whether he sleeps. I don't know whether that's how he makes sure his balls goes through. But he always falls.
Maybe it's his
It's
pace. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Anyhow, Manchester
Yeah, we
United are
could use a
still.
better right back, but he's not the
Yeah,
worst. He's not the worst.
yeah, he's not the worst. United are still pursuing Danish midfielder Morten. We talked about Morten yesterday from
Yeah,
Sporting.
Martin Yeoman.
Yeah, his
Yes.
release clause is still crazy though. 68 million
Yeah.
pounds. I don't think he's worth that. 30 million pounds would be good, but now that it's Manchester United, when United also goes calling, teams also put up defense because they know United has money and they need to get money.
But I don't know. Do you know that Ed Woodward really did us so bad? Oh, you can say the Glazers did
Ah,
us so bad for more than a decade that United has gotten to a point where they cannot they cannot get a player because of his release clause. I
mm.
mean, almost everyone that we want to buy has this mad release clause, and the release clause is just about 60 million euros, but it's just too much for the club because
It's too
of
much.
all the
Even
things that
if it wasn't
happened.
too much, I don't think the player is.
Mm.
It could have been just a release close to push off and fend off clubs that would want to come and buy the player from the club. But
Yeah.
reality, I don't think is worth that amount. 30 would be okay. 30, okay, 40 would be okay. Seriously, 40 would be very, very
Yeah,
fair.
but You see, if you want the player, you pay what you asked for and you get the player, or else
Mm,
the player remains at the club they are at.
I know. Anyway, still moving on to Chelsea. We have Chelsea are in, or Chelsea rather have finished the signing of Aaron Anslemino. Aaron
Yeah,
Anslemino, Argentine footballer. He's 19 years old. He's still a kid. Yeah, he's a great footballer, and he's a CB. Sealed the deal. I think the deal is. Remember when I told you that South American players always come cheap,
yeah, just
you
17
know?
million.
And Boca Juniors
Not
sold him
always,
for
not always, but
okay, but
if you
majority,
get them
majority.
early, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe also that. No, if you get them early and you're buying them
But
from
you
South America,
see,
I mean, see what I mean is
be,
not buying.
a
If you,
player
if
being bought, sorry,
yeah, it's okay. Please carry on.
a 19-year-old being bought from South America
Mm,
at 17 million, that's a bit too much.
mm,
Over, yeah, you feel me? That's a bit
yeah, I
too
get.
much. Like 17 million sounds a bit cheap, but
Mm,
the fact that the player is a novice and plays in South America, there's all these issues of adaptability and growth, development. You know, you fear so much whether the player would be able to uh, integrate into a Premier League side or even the league itself.
mm.
So 17 million again turns out to be a bit too much,
Well,
but it is relatively cheap on the whole.
but I'm telling you, if he was playing in Serie A, if he was in Spain, if he was in England already, you see how much United paid for Lenny Yoro. It was
True.
going to be double. The amount would have been double. That's why I keep saying teams or
True.
clubs. I don't know. Clubs should always go to South America, get players from that side. Anyway, still,
Yeah, United is trying its bid, but it's still very difficult. I don't know why we don't zero in on Richard Rios and maybe pay 20 million euros for him or even 30.
he would be really, really, really a great addition to the
Yeah, because
midfield
we're looking
department.
like we are running out of ideas.
Hmm. And yes, we are. Anyway, still on Chelsea. Chelsea are ready to let up to 12 more players leave this summer. And in that, we have a corner, we have a Trevor Chalobah, we have Petrovic. We did talk about Petrovic yesterday, the keeper.
Yeah, yeah, he's a decent keeper.
He's a
He's a
decent
very
keeper. We
decent
have
keeper. I like him.
Ben Chilwell, then Kepa himself, the keeper as well, Lukaku Bongoli Romelu, Leslie, then Amado Boja, rather Broja. United did, sorry, not United.
Yeah,
Chelsea did make some funny. They got players. I think every time
I
they
did
pointed
too.
at someone, they would go get. You know, at some point, teams would point at Chelsea. They go right there. Chelsea comes in, pays even more cash. They get the player, and it has backfired. I don't think they still need like five more players to get added on this list for them to to leave the club and create space. Yeah, just so who do you think should stay, or who do you think should go? Should Connor go? Trevor? There is Petrovic, Chilwell, Kepa, Bongoli, Leslie, or Broja?
I would keep Petrovic.
Yeah,
I would keep Conor Gallagher,
yeah.
unless Atletico Madrid is coming with good money.
Oh, they are
And I
serious. They are
appreciate
coming for him.
the scouting of Atletico Madrid because Conor Gallagher looks like an Atletico Madrid player. He looks like a
Mm,
player Diego Simeone can turn into something. You know,
mm.
work rate, fire in the belly.
By the way,
You know,
I find
all the dirty things.
yo, Josh, I find Simeone's type of play
Yes,
more like Mourinho. They're both
anti-football.
pragmatic. Yeah, their football,
He's
their
not.
philosophy. No, seriously, look at Mourinho would fit into Atletico Madrid right away. Very, very well, by the way, very
No, but
well.
you see, Actually, oh, let me finish with the players before we go back. We get back to that because that's a very long conversation.
Yeah.
Being a Mourinho fan, I stick uh, Trevor Chalobah, Petrovic, and remind me of the players.
There's Bongoli Lukaku.
Sale.
Yeah, Sell. You don't want him
Mm,
staying. There's Kepa, who
no,
was on a
sale.
loan at Real Madrid.
Sale.
There's yeah, okay, Trevor. Then there's Broja,
Trevor Keith.
Amando. Yeah,
Yeah, Borja Amado. Sale.
yeah. Then there's Leslie. He's a Nigerian.
Sale.
Yeah, Amando.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the players all added on the
Yeah,
list.
I'll just keep Trevor. Trevor and and Conor Gallagher, but and Petrovic. Yeah, those are the three. Trevor, Conor Gallagher, Petrovic. Those are the three I
Mm.
would keep. But I see that Conor Gallagher will get the money. Trevor Chalobah
Mm.
will get the money. Petrovic will get the money. I am inclined to agree with what Zach was thinking yesterday. What is
Mm.
Todd Bowley doing at the club? As in, did he
Mm.
buy a club to invest money in players and resell them? Is he interested in the football anyway? Or he just believes that you can buy as many players as you want and you can let them go in a transfer window and you keep revolving.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. That's Chelsea for you, and they're still anyway buying more players, so they need to create space. And by the way, some of these players are on very very huge wages. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's it. If we are to move on to if we are to move to other transfer news out of the Premier League, we have Juventus ready to make an offer of 45 million euros offer that to Atalanta for Dutch midfielder Kopem. How do they
Cup
pronounce that?
miners.
Yeah, yeah, Cop Miners.
Cup miners.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So is it worth 45 million euros?
Yes, he is. Like I told
Really?
you, he's Dutch. When a
I've
player
watched him.
is
Yeah,
Dutch,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have, yeah, when a player is Dutch,
Ah,
you
he's Dutch. That's the simplest.
yeah, we did miss him. We did miss him. Yeah, we did miss him at the Euros. Huh?
Mm.
He got injured. Cup miners and De Jong, we miss them a lot at the Euros.
Oh, the young was really,
But
really
for
nice.
me, when a player is Dutch, of course I know
Mm.
that those who have not made it, but when a player is Dutch, you just think of the football brain.
Yeah, we're really having issues today with our footage or video, guys. But please bear with us. Yeah, and also still going back to Atletico Madrid. Uh, the Madrid announced earlier that they did reach an agreement with Real Sociedad for the transfer of Robin Lee Nomad.
Wow.
Josh?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would be a good player for them.
Yeah,
It
yeah, he
would be
would
a
be
good
really
player
good.
for them. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
steady.
yeah,
He's calm. He just needs a few years, and he'll be a decent player.
yeah. He would really make a great addition to the squad. Then we have also PSG willing to sign and Nico Williams. They want to enter the race. They're trying. The French club is trying to find an agreement, but the Spaniard has his mind set on playing for Barca. They're also tracking Jadon Sancho. I've been told, but let's wait and see how things will go. And I think it will be right for Nico Williams to stay in La Liga or stay in Spain and play for Barca. I really think
Yeah,
it will really really
for
be
me, it is one club for him.
Barca,
As in, by the way,
Barcelona.
it is make or break for Barcelona with that
Mm,
transfer. They do have to get that transfer over the line because when you look across Spain at what is happening at Madrid, they've
mm,
really added decent players. Mbappe and Endrick and Gula is now going into his second season, and
mm.
I don't know Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo, Mbappe, Bellingham behind them, Gula off the bench. I really see Barcelona will have trouble.
Okay, still, we are not going to take a lot of, we are not going to make the usual 45 something we always do, but we shall come back for the watch along. So we're just trying to be fast, guys. Brentford have made an offer of 10 million euros for Gustavo Nunes from Gremio. The Brazilian club wants a maximum of 20. So in other words, Brentford is still short of 10M. Then moving on, Josh, real quick, still back to EPL. We have Newcastle head of coach Eddie Howe has told Kieran Trippier that he still wants him to stay at the club,
At
because
the
rumors were
club.
circulating yesterday that he's supposed to be leaving. He's surplus, but he says, well, that 1 year before he travels to, or before he goes to Saudi Arabia, would really want him to stay. And I think it's a great move. It will be a great move for Kieran Trippier to stay, see out his contracts. Saudis come calling, then he goes.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah. Lastly, Josh, real quick before we sign out, let's talk about Madrid, who have unveiled Endrick today. They did, and yeah, he's going to be wearing shirt number 16. I saw him in the press. He even did cry, by the way. He was so happy. He said it's a dream come
Yeah,
true. It's something, playing for
it's
clubs
really
like Real Madrid. It's not
yeah,
something that.
it's really a dream when you're 16 and you're playing football in Brazil. You know that the greats like Ronaldo da Lima ever played for Real Madrid and stuff like that, and
Mm,
you hear that they are European champions every other season. You know, you just admire the club from a distance, but you never believe that it will be within your grasp. Then at 16, if the club has bought you and they're unveiling you at 17, I mean, with Mbappe, with Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo, and I mean, it just
mm.
feels like home for the boy.
By the way,
It's really a
he
dream
has,
come true for him.
and it's going to be very easy for him because he has players that side that are from Brazil.
True,
So it's going to be
true.
very easy for him to really blend in. They're going to guide him.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm very, very, very happy for him. I hope he has a fantastic
yeah,
season. Yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. We're supposed to do a keep or sell for Liverpool, but I think we shall come back later before a few minutes to the stream later today, where we are going to have Manchester United or Arsenal versus Manchester United. It will be a stream along, watch along. I'll be on. Josh will be on. Guitar also will be on. And guys, please do participate. Send your suggestions in the comment section. We're signing out early today because of we're
yeah.
having a few problems with a few technical problems. But when we come back, we promise everything will be better.
Sure.
All right,
See
signing
you at
out.
3.
Yeah.
See you at 3. See you at 1 BST.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for streaming. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Sports Jazz, subscribe and like our videos. Cheers.
Cheers.